G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 22 of our Beginner's Lightning Caster Paladin playthrough, where if you're watching these as they come out, you'll be aware that I've had a little bit of a break, and that has necessitated in me getting a new mic, and I'm not really 100% set on the setup here, so apologies for any sound issues. I'm trying to sort them out, and if you have any comments or tips regarding setting up a brand new mic for a complete newbie, go ahead and chuck them in the comments below, and I'll give things a shot, see what kind of works. For those of you who are watching later, after the series is finished, you don't care, so let's get on with this. Now, as I said, it's been, what, 2.5, 3 weeks, however long it's been, and so I'm a little behind on what we were doing. However, I have just had a quick look at the character, and all the resistances are, if we push that button, all the resistances are maxed. I'm not noticing any massive hole in OA or DA. Health is more or less under control. And again, I'm not seeing any huge holes in armor. None of the gear is particularly out of date. 75, 75, 75. Belt's not such a huge deal, although I would like another one. Going back to normal to farm for one, though, is no. And I guess the boots could probably be replaced. These shoulders I did notice, I take them off and none of my resistances are affected. That bleeding is because of the silk swatch. So I am aware that I just need to find pretty much anything that works for shoulders. And I think once we get to... Okay, we are going to go back to normal anyway. But once we get to the Coven or Malmoth, they've probably got some gear that I can chuck on that would be decent. I did notice a couple of honored factions just there, so I'm going to duck back into normal and buy the writs, or mandates, or whatever they're called. The ones you have to get yourself, you can't put in the stash. So we've got Barrowhome, Coven, and that's it. We'll go to the Coven first, because I want to have a look at their gear as well. I am level 77, so I will be able to wear their level 65 stuff. Not that one. Here we go, and don't forget these as well. As long as I'm here, let's have a look at some of these. What have I got currently? Lightning damage and aether resistance. So, let's just have a look at what we've got. We got 71%. Okay, so the lightning damage is nice, and the aether resistance is not needed. So, if I can find something that's a little bit better, maybe I can find something with some chaos resistance, then maybe we can swap some things around. Rings and amulets, elemental damage, that is more. So this is an upgrade. I don't think we need reduced petrify duration, but that is also more damage. However, I think we go with this one. Grab 3 of those. And we'll be replacing, what's that, 75% lightning damage and 30% aether res with, maths while recording, not good, 108% elemental damage, 600 health, and 75 offensive ability. So, yep, that didn't happen. Alright, the other thing I wanted to check was, I don't think I'm going to use these, but potentially. So they are a massive downgrade in terms of armor. Resistances would be better, and then I could use a scaled hide on these to cap my armor absorption, which would be nice. Piercing's well under control, so if I wore these, I would lose, what, 600 armor, which is huge. Alright, we're going to leave those for now. I'm going to bounce over to Barrowhome, and we'll see about getting the honored writ from them. I don't think this is going to be an issue, but we'll get the boys out and go for a little bit of a run. I need to be better about remembering to use evade as a movement thing, as well as just, oh, I'm stuck in a corner. Here, let me push this button and not be stuck anymore.
See anything you like?
Okay, so there's our other writ, so we're good to go. Do I want any of these? Not that one. Not that one. These guys, I think, are mostly vitality and bleed-related things. That's two-handed weapons. What do we got? Raincaller. I think we can probably find something better, like, well, that's probably better. But what else we got? It's a lot of health. Yeah, I think... So what's that? 40% lightning and some stun reduction we don't need. I think for now I'm going to keep what I have, and let's just have a look at their shoulders. Again, huge armor reduction. They don't have lightning shoulders from what I can see, so I think we just leave that. And I'll bounce up to Melmoth as well, have a look at what Hiram's got, and also have a look at their faction stuff. Hiram's always got one of these, which I always like to buy. I don't think I need any of that, so that's fine. Yeah, we're not using any of his MIs. Okay, so the Melmoth resistance, I like to use these guys on a lot of my hardcore characters, and especially the Vanguard and the Defender set is really good if you're doing anything with physical damage, because it's heavy armor, so you get huge amounts of armor. It also comes with physical resistances. It comes with good, like elemental resistance, poison, chaos, all that sort of stuff. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, the level 65 stuff seems like it's not even as good as level 68 white shoulders. In terms of armor, that is. Also, I don't see any lightning damage stuff. When we get to level 90, I'll probably come back and look at some of this stuff again. But I think that's enough for now. Let's go ahead and... So the idea was to move it closer, so I didn't have to move my mouse as much. And then I misclicked and probably end up moving it more anyway. And we are level 70, so we could use armor. Armor augments, but I think... From memory, yeah. Homestead was the only ones that were actually revered so that we could buy them. So let's head back to Ultimate and continue on. Alright, so where were we up to in terms of quests? We have Commander Lucius, so we're at least at Fort Ikon. We are being sent into the armory, and it looks like we've done everything else. We sided with... Let's see here. The Order of Death's Vigil, good. I picked the good guys. Alright, so let's head up to Fort Ikon, and then we'll go play Lucius a bit of a visit. And see how he goes. Now, I do remember last time I played this character, I was kind of, I wouldn't say complaining, but let's say complaining, that this character was starting to feel a little bit squishy. Even standing on the seal, I was noticing my health moving. Now, I can't remember if that was just bosses, or if that was just in general, so I will play it a little bit safer for just a little bit, just so as I can kind of get a feel for it again. And otherwise we will just keep going. Now, I'm not really taking a huge amount of damage at the moment, so that's good, but I definitely remember thinking that this was getting a little bit squishy last time I played it. Well, that may have been me getting cocky and skipping huge packs of things to run around, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, we've got our supplies. The only other thing in here I need to worry about, I think, is Lucius himself. You know what? I can probably skip those. One thing I have noticed since the 1.2 patch is that there is tons of iron bits just from leveling up and selling things as you go. Which I guess is good. If that's your thing. I think that's more due to increased drops in like chests and things. Let's have a look at... Oh, I thought I had a pair of Ascended Shoulders. I probably had those before and threw them aside because they did something I didn't want, like converting elemental to aether damage or something silly like that. I'll be honest, I don't remember. It's been a couple of weeks. Alright. so we're coming up on Lucius here. Now, Lucius is a little bit scary. I would say probably third or fourth on my list of bosses that I'm a little bit worried about. At least in Ultimate. Because his meteors can shotgun. Having said that though, we do extra damage to Chthonic and Eldritch. I was thinking for some reason we take less damage from... here we go, extra damage to Ethereals. I was thinking for some reason we take less damage from Ethereals, but I don't think that's true. Right. I don't think we need any consumables for him. Resistances are maxed. Let's just go kill him. Alright, I can pretty much stand in front of him, I think, until his meteors, which... He's not even going to get to do the meteors. Okay, our damage is good. Maybe the meteors would have hurt if I'd actually had to tank them, but he didn't even get to use the ability, so it seems like that's fine. So he's dead. We've got the explosives. Let's head on down the road to the Necropolis. Well, I guess I could probably turn these quests in first. We'll go blow up the gates here. So destroy the barricade. And I'm going to give the Black Legion the supplies. You could take them to Homestead, but I'm already revered with Homestead, and I am much more interested in getting to revered with the Black Legion. Alright, we will head to the Necropolis, and here's your supplies. Now you notice here I just achieved Honored with Homestead. That's because I was revered, and I no longer am. I don't think I want any of these items, so I'm just going to vendor them. There we go, we'll sell Wrathmorn. Do they have any rare shoulders? Maybe? No. 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 The first thing I'm checking for is armor value. So when I'm looking at upgrading a piece of armor, it pretty much has to provide the resistances I need and also be an upgrade for armor value. This quest, we don't do that quest. What did I do with the outcast last time? Did I unlock her? I actually attacked her. Okay. We're gonna go kill the outcast. I will deal with the witch. So resistances are maxed for Anasteria, and we're just gonna go in there and blow her up, and then walk away. And then maybe later, I'll actually farm her in her little prison here. So we can put a bunch of these down. And there we go. So she went pop pretty much straight away, which is nice. Definitely makes it easier. And then I'm just going to run out of whatever that was. And there we go. She drops her legs, which are actually decent now that I'm looking at it. It's hard to argue with 6% physical resistance and 500 health. But those legs are not horrible. None of the skills, unfortunately, apply to us, so I'm probably not going to use them. And by probably, I mean I'm definitely not going to use them. But, not a bad drop. Okay, and now that I've done that, we'll turn this in later. Let's go for a run down the road. See just how huge-mongous we are. Successfully managed to use both of our movement abilities. Trying to get up to the top here because this game does not handle elevation. Not even just well, it doesn't handle elevation pretty much at all. Alright. Who's resetting my cooldowns? So reflective means I'm going to be nuking myself, so as long as I stay in here I'll be fine. There we go. Epaulets of Scorched Ends could be good, and they're not good. Although having said that, that is a lot of resistances and a fireball proc. Unfortunately we're doing lightning damage. Let's go see if Locksmear's awake today. Now, you do have to be careful with Locksmear. And I'm not exactly 100% sure on where exactly Locksmere spawns, but it's over here on the right side somewhere. And you'll just have this, this Arcanist, this Arcane Mage monster, just run at you at 1,000,000 miles a second, and then all of a sudden all your buffs will be gone and you'll just be taking tons of damage. And it's going to be a great time for everybody, except for me. So that's just an eyeball. But yeah, I want to see if Locksmere is here. See if I can find it at least. There's I know there's a few places it can spawn, so it's just a matter of finding it. And I'm going to take it a little bit slow. It's also possible, I'm pretty sure that the Locksmere doesn't spawn, so that could be fun as well. Whoop, who's that? Who is that? That's a reflective. Oh, something else as well. You can move this around. So it's right click to move it. You can put it wherever you like. Right in the middle of the screen seems a good place. Go ahead and make that smaller. Whoop. That's not a fun noise. I'm pretty sure that was the big totem thing making that noise. Let's actually just fix this. I kind of did that to be cute, and that's driving me nuts. Alright, so Locksmere doesn't appear to be home, at least on this side. Kill this, and then I'm going to head north. I do still want to see Locksmere, but, you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to be hugely upset if I don't have a chance to kill myself here. So we got a few over here. Haunted Vestments, no. Nah, it doesn't look like we're getting a Locksmere today. I think we're getting close to the end of this little area here. Having said that, I haven't been here for a little while. I may be misremembering. But yeah, it definitely looks like no Locksmere. I tried to get into a fight with Locksmere on the last, I think 3 or 4 characters now, where I've actually gone out of my way to try to pick a fight with Locksmere, and it just hasn't happened. Okay, Flesh Warp Pauldrons could be good. I'm not going to do my usual trick of ignoring the monsters to look at loot. I'll kill them first. Okay, so level 84. Aether to physical I don't care about. Percent armor is good. Pierce resistance is... that's fine, I don't need it. Righteous Fervor we're not using. However, it is a lot of extra armor, so 8% increased armor is quite a nice pair of shoulders. It does also look like I had these sitting waiting. I'll probably decide which one of those I want to use when I get to the point of actually putting them on. Alright, so we made it to Necropolis, which is nice. Let's go ahead and clear a little bit of Fog of War, because this is somewhere that I do occasionally farm for gear. It's not my favorite, it's not sort of... it's not the most efficient way to farm gear, but it is nice for a break occasionally from running the same area over and over. Based on my experience, the best place, or the best way to grind gear when you just get to level 100 on a fresh account is to just run the Gloomwald over and over and over and over and over until you have the gear you want. And then, obviously, Shattered Realm is going to be better. Pre 1.2, you needed to be able to do Shattered Realm 45 to 50-ish to break even with the amount of gear you got from doing totems. I'm pretty sure it's going to be lower than that now. They really increase the drops, but I haven't tested it. As far as I know, nobody else has either, so can't really say for sure. It definitely feels like you get more drops in Shattered Realm now. So I think that Shattered Realm 40 to 50 kind of area is probably more likely to be like 35 to 45 instead. Which, if you enjoy Shattered Realm, is great, and if you don't, RIP, I guess. Sucks to be me. So yeah, not a huge fan of the Shattered Realm, and by that I mean I hate the place. But it is what it is, and it is the most effective way to get gear once you can do it, and it's also kind of the only way to... How do I want to say this? It's the only way to increase the difficulty past a certain point. Because once you get to a certain point in the campaign, that's it. That's as hard as it's ever going to get. And you can't make it harder by, like, there's no area you can go to aside from the Shattered Realm where the monsters are going to be harder than... This is a trap. Where the monsters are going to be harder than, let's say, the end of Forgotten Gods. That's it. That's as hard as it gets. It'll never get any more difficult. I'll be honest, I'm not sure why I'm fighting all that stuff. So yeah, the Shattered Realm is good in terms of measuring a build's power by how far it can get without dying. But that's probably about it. Alright, we'll turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. Probably just hit Revered with Homestead. Let's see if it pops up here. And I've been playing a Purifier with guns again, so that's going to drive me nuts. Alright, how did we do? Just want to see this. You know what, I'll turn the loot on. Sand Reaver Braces. Torment Relic. Earth Scorcher. Alright, what else we got? Any shoulders here? Looking for shoulders. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. One set of shoulders just here, which are a downgrade in terms of armor, so I'm probably not going to use those. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to check here. 250 to get back to Revered with Homestead. But we'll get reputation from them for killing pretty much anything that's a... I think they do beasts, from memory. Yeah, killing beasts, there we go. So anytime we've run into an angry pig or anything like that, we'll get Homestead reputation for killing that, which is basically going to mean we'll be back at Revered before I go back to Homestead, most likely. Alright, we don't really need to do this devotion shrine here. I'm already maxed out on devotion points, however, it is a fight for loot kind of shrine, so, you know, we can probably do it. And hey, purple items. Everybody likes purple items, right? Alright, I think that's everybody dead. So Glyph of the Storm Witch is a Aether and Lightning ring. That's actually really good. I don't know if I can wear it though, just because of resistances. Let's actually have a look at that. Alright, go ahead and eat that. This would be really good if it was on the other character. Well, I'm assuming it would be really good. Where are we? Purple ring, purple ring. There it is. Okay. In terms of resistances, can I take off this ring? Everything's still maxed. Okay, I can take that off. I would lose 3 points in Rune of Callistor. I have 2 right here. So I could max this out pretty easily. I would just rip 1 point out of, I don't know, somewhere. I'm not sure. I could take it out of something. Maybe 1 point out of here. Nope. It's already a 1-pointer. Anyway, I'd find something. So I definitely can do this. I think I will do this, actually. Let's chuck that on. So this is going to give us a Chain Lightning, which on a crit is going to arc lightning damage to 5 different targets, which is really good. That's a decent amount of damage as well. It's not mind-blowing damage, but it's decent. Aether converted to lightning, I don't really care so much about that. Healing effect increase is good, and +2 to Stormbox is also good. So I'm going to go with that. Let's hang on to this ring for just now. What did we actually lose there? Elemental and Vitality. So Vitality, way over cap. And Elemental is still 36 over cap. So we're pretty good there. Everything's still capped, yep. Let's push on to the next Rift Gate, and then I'll go back to town and get some stuff for that. So I've already seen that lightning, the chain lightning trigger. I think I just saw it again. But it's chance on critical attack, and our offensive ability is pretty good. We get a 20% crit chance. So I put it down, it should go off relatively fast. I guess 20% of 20% is going to be, what, 4%? So it's not going to go off constantly, but it should be fairly regularly. Alright, whole bunch of dead Chthonians. And I didn't see that chain lightning go off, but I'm pretty sure it would have. There was a lot of things that got hit there. Okay, let's accept this. Did we just get a shiny new item from him? If we did, I don't know where it went. Alright, may have been this. This may have been the item that went clink. Let's go ahead and pick all this up. I'm gonna go sell all this. I do want to head back to Homestead. So when I said earlier that they would be revered before I went back there, turns out I was mistaken. Or was I? No, I'm not gonna go kill a couple of beasts just to get the reputation, but you could do that. If you went over here to where are we? The Broken Hills, there's almost always a ton of beast-type monsters there. And, just playing with the mouse there. And you could get your reputation, no problems. Alright, checking for shoulders, nothing at all. Sorry if that was a purple you need for your build. How about these shoulders? Nope. I think at this point I'll probably just wait for level 84. And use that. In terms of the body armor here, Flesh Warped Plate Mail is really good while leveling, because it's, well, one, it's heavy armor. Two, it comes with, I think, Chaos? Yeah, Chaos Resist comes baked in. And it also increases your armor by a percentage, so this applies to every slot. And if you get, you know, these ones, combine it with the helmet that has increased armor, combine it with the shoulders that have increased armor, you can really stack armor up pretty high. Do I want to keep this instead of the Heart of Ugol, though? It's definitely more armor. The Heart of Ugol does have physical resistance, though, which is quite nice. I'm going to say no to, actually, to both of these. But they are definitely a good option while leveling. And what about these? No, they can go as well. Okay. These shoulders, Aether to physical, I don't care about. Better resistances, less armor, higher level required. Okay. We can sell all that too. Alright. So, I want to check, actually, rare items from my old friend Desire first. I'm checking for rings. I don't think I'm going to use any of these. But it is a possible thing that I could do. And I'm checking for double rares as well. He didn't have any. Morris also doesn't have any. Yeah, nothing I want there. What did we end up going with on these? Coven of Ugdenbog. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go back to normal for it, so I guess we will... Where are we going? These ones? We will never mind, because I'm not revered with Homestead anymore, so they don't like me. Alright, but I think we can make a Vengeful Wraith anyway. What? was on that. Hex's Delight. So there's no resistances on that anyway, so it's just a bit of offensive ability and some health. So that's fine. We'll chuck another Vengeful Wraith on this ring. And when I get to the Coven, I'll get another one of the augments.
I'll hold on to that for you.
Okay, and we are good to go. In terms of quests, we have the Blood Wagons, and I guess we'll talk to Captain Reeve here. Where is Captain Reeve? Captain Reeve is in the other homestead. Some people call it Fort Ikon. Homestead 2.0. Alright, here we go. Anasteria is dead. Yes, I will actually do this one. So this particular quest will take you to, I think it's the Astrakhan Valley. And then you backtrack to the south a little bit, and then we have to clear out a tomb. Which is fine, because the tomb is full of Chthonians, and they drop Chthonian sigils of binding, seals of binding, which is something I enjoy. Now, I'm 79 now, so let's go ahead and max that out, and I think we're going to be putting... Do you mind? I'm trying to... I think the next thing we were going to be doing is putting points into Stormbox. I am, however, tempted by Steel Resolve. But I think we'll go with Stormbox. That's fine, we'll get that done. And here's 4 of our quest targets already. So that's good. Go ahead and blow these guys up. There we go, 4 out of 5, and we haven't even set foot in the tomb yet. Of course, by that same token, I didn't get any seals of binding, so I'm a little disappointed by that. Okay, we should get at least one here. There's one. Who's alive here? You can stop doing that, thank you. Alright. Bloody Dagger, Mark of Broken Oaths. We're not going to use either of those, but they will make nice iron bits depositories. And we'll just kill off a few more of these. I've definitely already completed the quest, so I'm pretty much only here for the seals at this point. And you know what? There's a totem over there. Let's go do that. Forsaken? Forsaken. We can do a totem, no worries. No worries at all. There we go. So we've got 2. Not exactly a impressive showing, shall we say. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? Oh, there's 3. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we'll go ahead and throw some seals down. We may as well front load the damage, there's literally no reason not to. There we go. Turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. And there we go, totem complete. I heard a nice bong, a couple of dings. So we've got Stormheart up here. We have the Wormscale Foot Guards, Dawnguard Helmet, Silver Sentinel's Armor, and the blueprint for the Uchtdom Bog Leather. Now this is one of the better component blueprints. I wasn't actually aware it was level 75, but this is really good. Poison and bleeding resistances. Defensive ability is nice, I guess, but this is a good one to craft to go on your belt to replace the anti-venom salve. However, do note that it doesn't have any armor, and no regen as well, but the extra resistances is more than worth it. Alright, so here is Stormheart, which, if I didn't already have the Arcane Storm Evoker, I would probably use this. This is a lightning damage weapon with a lightning damage proc. The only thing missing is +1 to occultist skills, so it's pretty good. Dawnguard Helmet, obviously we can't use it because we need the helmet slot for our damage conversion. But again, not horrible. Alright, I think we can probably leave here now. I've got the totem. What are we up to? Let's go back to good old Captain Reeve. And we'll tell him that the cult has been destroyed. I promise we didn't bail out halfway through. The cultists are all dead. Every single one of them. Promise. Go ahead and vendor this while I'm here. How about these? So we could get some lightning damage. Some spirit, which is more damage. Some health, which is good. Let's go ahead and chuck those on. Never mind, they're level 82. Let's go ahead and wish we could chuck those on. And yes, I did notice that I'd sold those. And next... Hello? There we go. Next step, I'm thinking physique. Everybody needs more health, everybody needs more DA. Defensive ability is actually lower than my offensive ability at the moment. So, we'll get some more of that. How are we doing for time? 36 minutes. I think we can kill Loghorrean today. Let's find out. I have faith, alright. Necropolis interior speedrun. Let's go. I am going to check for the Exalted Stash because I know there is one here. There it is. So I guess I wasn't really checking, I was just going to collect it. That is one of the locations it can spawn. There's also a totem in here, and this is another good place to farm when you first hit 100, because from the... where is it? From the Rift Gate here, you can see most of the spawn locations for the totem. This is one of them right here. Did I get that? I didn't even pick up the lore node in normal. So there's one here, there's one over here, there's another one up here that you can't normally see, same with this one up here. But the one over to the left is the actually important one, because that tells you, should you go to the left or should you not go to the left. Because everything that isn't the one that's on the left is going to be on the right. So let's take care of Sargo Din, the Hungering Maw, and we'll do this totem right here. Hopefully I can blow this up without attracting these guys. Alright, here we go. That should be fine. Go ahead and push all the buttons. What time is it? It's piano practice time, Mom. Alright, and I think we're done here. That should be the last guy. Okay. We've got a couple of blues at least. A couple of purples. Ghastly Retreats is just a movement rune. Marauder's Gloves. Scorcher's Archives. None of those are MIs, so I don't think we're going to use any of those. Regular level 50. I think we had this at one point. Do we already have that? Yeah, here we go. So that's obviously a no. Agony is also obviously a no. Yeah, we'll just pick all this up, sell it all, turn it into bits, you know the deal. Mighty of Kings. That is a very interesting pair of shoulders. Unfortunately, the damage, or not the damage, the armor is quite low on them, and there's no resistances at all, so I'm probably not going to wear them. Same for these shoulders, though having said that, the resistances on these shoulders are considerably better. The damage on them is still nothing, but I think we can spend the 30 seconds to head back to Devil's Crossing and swap that Silk Swatch. There we go, and now we don't need Word of Renewal to cap Chaos Resistance, which is good, because I am pretty sure I would forget in the middle of the Loghorrean fight and get myself killed. So now we don't have to worry about that. Alright, I've been running around here for a little while, and I haven't ran into any of the wagons, which is telling me that they should all be over here on the left and south side. There's one of them, which is good. This location just here, where these human remains are, this is another location for the totem. So definitely worth coming over here. Even if you don't need to come here for the wagon, it's worth clearing the, I guess it's the fog of war, for, just so you can see if the totem is there. Let's go this way, actually. So I should actually be going under this. Alright. No Chthonian seals for me, unfortunately. I think we can head along the top here and hopefully get the northern wagon. We're not going to go into the Bastion of Chaos. Alright, there's one of the wagons. The other one should be just to the south of that. You can see Aura of Censure there, proccing the chain lightning from that ring. Pretty decent drop, if I do say so myself, and, well, obviously I do. What else we got? I don't think I need to go under here. But I'm missing the northern blood wagon, so it's probably going to be in this little section. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas. Blew it up from over here. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, we now have access to the Loghorrean's house. So we'll head in here. I think I'm just going to run straight through to the Loghorrean, and that'll more than likely finish out the episode, either with victory or death. Should probably be victory. Resistances are under control. We are decently tanky. Let me just double check here. I don't actually have a huge amount of healing in this build, now that I'm looking at it. Actually, let's just take a moment here. I did see a couple of monsters running off there, so if they come charging down this corridor, they're going to run straight into that. So Word of Renewal, we've got a potion, and in Oathkeeper we've got basically nothing. This will increase the healing effects we have. We do have Giant's Blood, which is good. And we do have Tortoise Shell, which is also good. I think it's probably fine. The good thing about the Loghorrean fight is you can just run away. There's a section where you can run down to the bottom and he won't attack you. So you just kill off his friends and then go stand there and wait for your timers to come back. I am going to poke my head in here just because loot, why not? So hidden spoils, when you come in here, grab all the rest of this stuff too. Not expecting anything amazing, but hey. Every chest you don't open potentially had a legendary item in it. Alright, so I'm looking out for the giant green worm. He could be, well, he could be many places, but he is right there. So we're gonna go kill him. He is obviously going to be doing poison damage, and I'm not expecting to have to do anything more interesting than stand in his face and blow him up. So let's stand in his face and blow him up. There he goes, watching my health bar. And it didn't even move, which is good. I think, last episode, I think it was, or maybe for the last few episodes, we've been putting points into Ascension, which will be useful. Same deal for the Devotion Shrine in here as it was for the outside Devotion Shrine. I definitely don't need it for devotion points, but I kind of want it for loot, so let's just go ahead and pop it for loot. There we go. Kaboom, kaboom. There we go. Alright, Devotion Shrine cleansed, and as far as loot goes, Tyrants of Alacrity is decent. Tyrants of Celerity would be even better. I don't think any of this loot is going to be something we hang on to. kind of want that chest, but I also don't want to run all the way back around to click on this loose torch. So I'm just going to leave that there. That chest didn't spawn this run, unfortunately, so I'll open this one and pretend it was the other one. There we go. Alright. So we're up to level 79 now. Actually moving along at a decent clip. And we've got probably about 15 minutes to kill Loghorrean, which shouldn't be too hard. That star is a door, it's not a boss I have to fight. Okay, so now we get to probably my least favorite area in the entire game, and that is the Seal of the Loghorrean here. And the reason it's my least favorite item, or my least favorite area in the game, is because it has a lot of random dead ends, which is normal. Every area in the game is going to have a lot of random dead ends, but it just seems like I managed to find all of them in this area. So let's just see how far I get before I have to backtrack. It's looking good. It's looking good. I did see that totem on the map, so I'm gonna go get that. If I have to backtrack for the totem, I think that's okay. It doesn't look like I'm going to have to, which is nice. There we go, we'll blow those guys up. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to backtrack, so I'm still going the correct way. There we go. We'll just stack up a few of these around the totem. I'm going to turn the loot off now, so I don't have to do it in the middle of the fight. And kaboom. There we go. Just heard a purple cinder scorn. Not great, not awful, not going to be used. Alright. So now, let's see how many dead ends I can find. We're looking good, so the idea is to kind of come up here and then go across the middle, or across the top. And it's looking like it should have been middle. Alright. So that's one dead end I found. I guarantee you if I'd gone the top way, it would have blocked off the bottom way, because that's just kind of how my luck goes. Alright, let's take these guys out so they stop following us. There we go. Alright, and this guy should be relatively easy as well. Now, one thing to think about is the Bloodlord Thalanus, I think it is, the guy in front of the Loghorrean. Now, if you kill his little friend, his Harbinger, you're going to end up with this debuff. This debuff? No. None of these debuffs are the one I want to talk about. You end up with a debuff anyway, and then the Bloodlord ends up doing a bunch of extra damage. Though, having said that, that debuff may have been changed at 1.2. Let's find out. Let's go blow up Bloodlord Thalanus here. So I am going to try and kill his Bloodletter friends. Let's see here. Burning, Vitality Decay, 20% less damage. This is the one I was talking about, Spectral Miasma. So when you kill them, they'll blow up and put this on you. And I'm going to unpause and open my inventory so you can have a look at my resistances. So I'm going to do that in 3, 2, 1. Everything's still capped except for poison. Which, 37%. Spellscorch Plating is also a very good one to have. So that is going to be, I think, Elemental and Aether resist? Elemental Piercing. This one's pretty good. It goes on any armor piece. It's good if you just need a little bit of elemental resistances. It's just good in general. Good option to have. Okay, so resistances are well and truly under control. I'm not too worried about the Loghorrean, so let's just go kill him. And if I die, then you can all tell me that I should have prepared better. Okay. Here we go. Now those purple or pink or whatever color that is, those little balls are the Sunder from the Loghorrean. There we go, I just got hit by one. So I'm nicely sundered. Alright, I'm gonna back off here and just kill off his friends. Okay, there they go. And now I can move back in. Okay, successfully dodged out of the Sunder balls. Okay, that's the poison balls. I'm not too worried about that. Oh, sundered, so we back off. And I can stand in here. There we go. And he's going down. I'm not feeling particularly threatened, so I think it'll be fine. So I am sundered. Let's just, let's see if we can face tank this. I'm probably more confident than I have any right to be. But, I'm not really noticing my health bar moving, so... I have to admit I am a little bit confident here. Cocky is probably the right word, actually. Yeah, I think we can just face tank this, honestly. I definitely shouldn't do this, I should be dodging Sunders, but I think I can just kill it. And there he goes, there he goes, there he goes. Okay, congratulations to me, we have beat the game. That's it. Thank you all very much for watching. Come back next week for a new series. This one's finished now. No, I'm joking, of course, but that's the last boss of the base game. So let's see what he dropped in terms of loot. Rubbish. That's a good start. So this is the one you want. This is the one with the good stuff in it, the Loghorrean's corruption. This is his shoulder MI, which, if I'm understanding how it works now correctly, you will always get a pair of these. And these are actually pretty good if you use any of those 3 skills there. I will be using these in an upcoming build. But they are pretty good shoulders, especially if you can get the right stats on it. And here is some pet boots, but they do have a defensive... Oh, really? What is that? Gloves. Do I have 4 open inventory slots? I do. Let's see if I can Tetris this better than the game can. There you go.
I can't carry anymore.
You know what? We'll throw that out for a minute. And there we go. That'll do the job. Can chuck that down there. All right. That's everything. Okay, so I'm going to go back to town and do a whole bunch of selling, and that will actually be the end of this episode. But come back in, I guess, 2 days' time for episode number 23, I think we're up to. But yeah, for now, that'll be it. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.